Hey, what's up, YouTube family and extended family? As promised, we're going to jump right into this 52-week challenge. But before I do that, I wanted to spend a little time and thank you for all of the messages, all of the support, and all of the love that you've showed me over the last few years, coming out to the events and activities, and for those who've been getting with us more recently and sharing ideas and thoughts on how we can just get the word out and help people improve their financial position. Before we get started, I wanted to, just share some of our core principles that we follow and use as a guide. These aren't rules. There's really no rules. It's just kind of principles. And I think it's important for you guys to know where I am and how I view things as we go through this together. But first, one of the core principles is it's your money. And when it's your money, there's no wrong answer. Whatever it is that you choose to do with your money to help you achieve your goals is the right answer. Whether it worked for me or worked for somebody else isn't really relevant. It's your money. So at the end of the day, our objective is to come together and develop habits, habits that improve our financial position and help us achieve our personal goals. See, everybody's different. Everybody has different concepts, ideas, or where they are or where they want to end up. And together we can map out and chart out different techniques and paths to help us get there. Remember, for me, I follow a quote by the late great author Ashe. And that quote is really one of my founding principles. And it is simply start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. So let's jump into this 52-week challenge. The 52-week challenge is something that we want to send out for everyone that is affiliated or associated with an HBCU. If you went to an HBCU, if you graduated from an HBCU, if you work at an HBCU, if you sent your family to HBCUs, or if you just support HBCUs in general, we want to spread the word that if you make yourself the priority financially and treat yourself as important as you treat anybody else you pay, you can change your life. So the 52-week challenge is a challenge that I didn't create, but it's one that I've used for quite some time to help me reach independent and individual financial goals. So to start, you will need to establish a goal for yourself. Now, I've found, and others have found in sharing with me, that the more detail you make the goal, the more likely it is that you will be committed to that goal and achieving that goal. So by example, instead of saying my goal is to go on vacation, instead of it just being going on vacation, you want to add detail to the vacation. I want to go to New Orleans. When I get to New Orleans, I want to stay at Hotel X. I want to be able to attend these events and activities while I'm in New Orleans. I want this type of room. All of the things that are important to you associated with that individual vacation, add those details in that context. And so as you're going through this challenge, you'll reflect on those things. And the more detail it is, the more likely it is that you will be committed. So the 52-week challenge itself, at the end of the day, if you follow it, you'll end up with $1,378 saved up to contribute toward this goal. And how it works is you can Google it and find yourself a 52 challenge checkoff chart. It's online and pops up really easily. But it basically each week, starting with week 1, which is this week, you'll contribute $1. Week 2, you'll contribute $2. Week 3, $3, all the way up to week 52, where you'll put $52 in. If you add all of that up, it comes up to $1,378. For some of you that have different payroll types, I have some followers or supporters that are get paid monthly, so they try to divide it into 12 months. Others like me, after doing it a couple of times, I found that, as time goes on, a lot of people get less committed to things that they're doing. So I start at the end and work my way down personally. So I have week one, I'll contribute $52 and $51 and $50 all the way down to $1 the last week. Remember, this process, this 52-week savings challenge that we're issuing is not really about the money. It's not about the $1,378 that you'll have for yourself to do whatever your goal is at the end. It's really about the process, going through the process of saving and making yourself a priority for 52 weeks. If you do that in the next 52 weeks, you'll find that you will be even more committed. You'll start doing some different things with your money that will then begin to help you change from where you are to where you want to be. For those of you who are with us that are a little bit more advanced, you can take and put this savings in your investment or savings platform that is not a bank. For those of you that are with us in some of the other things that we do, you have created an Acorns account, a Robinhood's account, a TD Ameritrade or what have you, so that you're allowing the stock market and some of those platforms to help you grow your resources. You can use that as the destination for these funds. You can put it in a traditional savings account if that's what you're doing right now. But if you have created an Acorns account, a Robinhood's account, or something like that, this is an opportunity to do two things at one time. All right. And so again, this is the HBCU 52-week challenge that we're issuing to everyone. So spread the word, help others in their journey, work together and communicate. The last thing that we want to do is we want to recognize, and this is something new that I'm adding in each of these videos, we're going to recognize an HBCU. So I went and pulled all of the HBCUs that are listed online by year. I was going to go year by year in naming them, but I figured I would do a little bit more random so that, the W's don't end, or the Z's don't end up at the end, and all of the first alphabets end up at the beginning. We'll kind of bounce around, and we'll bounce around from public to private and so forth, and it won't be year specific. But this week I want to recognize Alabama A&M. Alabama A&M is just so happens to be an institution that I'm familiar with. I've visited that campus, great campus, great programs. If you are a high school senior, junior, or even earlier, and you're considering an institution, take a look at Alabama A&M. We'll have Alabama A&M link and information at the bottom in this video, and we'll share a little bit more about it. The other thing is, if you are not currently using Acorns, Robinhood, or Webull, or some of those other formats, we encourage you to take a look at that. We're finding that the banks right now, with interest rates being suppressed, are not really giving you anything in return for holding your money, and some people have significant amounts of money. But take a look at those platforms. Also in the links below, we'll have a link for some of those platforms: Webull, Acorns, and Robinhood at a minimum. And if you're so inclined, you haven't joined any of those platforms yet, click the link below, follow the link. I think some of those things will give you an incentive of $5 or a certain number of stocks and things like that that'll help you. Whether you follow my link or follow a link from someone else, or just go in on your own, it's really worth the effort to try to follow those things and use those tools that are available to you. Again, I want to go over two principles, or two core principles. It's your money, so there is no wrong answer. Again, it's your money, so there is no wrong answer. And the other one is, start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. If you, like me, keep those things in mind as you're investing and as you're trying to build or change your financial position. Over time, you'll see some great rewards. I've been fortunate to interact and learn from very good people. I believe that good information can come from just about anywhere. So keep your ears open, listen, use the information that you get, and watch the benefits that it'll have to you. I also want to remind you that this 52-week challenge is not about the money. It's not about the $1,300. It will yield $1,378 if you follow the steps, but it's not about the money. It's about the process. The process will help you for the long term in building your financial freedom, if that is your goal. Again, let me share with you my goal, my personal goal for this 52-week challenge. I will be doubling it up because my goal this year is to provide a great high school graduation trip experience for my daughter. She'll be graduating next July or August, whenever they have their graduation ceremony. She'll be graduating, and I've promised her a summer trip that she will select and she will outline. So I don't have all the details for you today that I've shared with you. She's building those details. I'll share them with you in the coming weeks as she shares them with me. But I will be saving twice or doing the challenge 2 times at the same time because I promised to pay for that for her. So I will build the money up that will cover me, and I will build the money up that will cover her by the challenge. And so our objective is a senior trip for my daughter. So again, as I have the details that I've asked you to add as context, I will add the details to you for you. But for certain, we're going to be committed to it on our end to be fair and to help you follow along with me on this challenge. I have decided to do one, the way that I have been doing it annually, which is in reverse, starting at the 52 and working my way down. And the other, I will do in a traditional sense, which for you beginners, we will be lockstep as we go through that. So we'll start at $1. I will contribute $1 this week and work my way up to the 52 weeks with one of them, as I said, and then with the other one, I'll start at $52 and work my way down. But the platform and the way that I'll be sharing it with you will be from 1 to 52. Again, I'd like to thank you guys for everything, for encouraging me. I'm new to this format, so please bear with me as I learn my way through. My daughter reminds me, and she's standing over there reminding me that I'm supposed to say, please like and subscribe and share with your friends. At the end of the day, I want to help get as much information, free information, in the hands of as many people to help them change and improve their financial position. So thank you for your support. I'm an Army veteran. To all my Army folks out there that's been with me for quite some time. And, you know, I love my Steelers. So, Steeler Nation, I'm excited about the game this week. Yes, I know it's a Hall of Fame game, and we may not get to see all of our favorites, but anytime you can get to watch some good football and watch the team of your choice, it's a good day. So thank you all for your support, and stay tuned.